The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now.
Live from Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington, girls high school basketball on Glycod is on the air. Chris LeBar along with Don Mueller tonight. A great treat to work together. And Don, an interesting matchup between the upstart Bryan Station girls and red-hot Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, looking at it, you're right. Bryan Station's a very young basketball team. I think there's one senior that's on this team. And Frederick Douglass is they played a tough schedule. What's interesting, though, Chris, is that Frederick Douglass beat him with 38 points a month ago. So I think that's going to be a real challenge and we will talk a little bit about that when we get into the keys of the game, okay? But, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good game to watch, and hopefully Bryan Station can come out and compete.
Bryan Station playing last night, as you see, winning in Frankfort at Western Hills, so they are 9-13. Frederick Douglass almost the reverse of that. The Broncos at 13-7 in their last outcome. Also last night winning in Richmond over Madison Southern. So both these teams playing inside their district. And, of course, this has district seeding ramifications. The district tournament will start in this building 3 weeks from tonight. So not only a big rivalry, but a lot at stake statistically as well.
Yeah, Frederick Douglass comes in 14-7 on the season. They've had a tough schedule. They beat Madison Central, which was a very, a rated number 7 team in the state. They played Sacred Heart, who's always tough and has won a number of state titles, and they lost to them by 10 points. So they're competitive. They are 11-0 in the region, and they're 6-0 in their district. The other hand, you look at Bryan Station, and again, a young basketball team, and they're 4-2 though in their district, and it'd be interesting. But again, young ball club. Let's see what happens tonight. You never know what a young ball club would do.
Yeah,
they'll come out one night and play like seniors. The next night they'll play like freshmen.
Bryan Station coached by Serena Sandusky. She's in year 2, and I'll catch up with her when we come back on Glycod.com.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash. You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Wednesday night basketball on Glycod. We were at Frederick Douglass tonight. The Broncos hosting Bryan Station. Serena Sandusky, in her second year as head coach of the Defenders, joins me. And Coach, it's been a little bit of an up and down track at this point of the year. How would you summarize the season thus far?
That's what you can expect with a young team. We've got some older leadership, but a lot of new players that are finding themselves and finding their roles on our team. So,
you've got a lot of younger players. Define maybe some of the growing pains that they've endured.
when you get to the next level, everything's fundamental. So we're used to playing fast and speedy from middle school and AAU ball. But when you get to high school, you got to be able to play fundamental sound basketball. So we're adjusting to that.
We talked, I think, in the fall about the makeup of your team, and you were very optimistic because you've coached some of these players before in the pipeline growing up. What has that been like with their development?
Just relationships and trust. They're able to trust us and come in and work hard for us.
And Frederick Douglass tonight, 13-7, and certainly a lot of firepower. What are some things you guys have to do well?
Defend and lock in.
Mm-hmm. What challenged you the first time you guys played them?
I think they got off to a really good start in that first quarter, and it was hard to recover for us.
So you guys 8-13 now, 3 weeks ahead of the district. Obviously, wins and losses is important, but what sorts of things do you want to do well, need to do well to set up a postseason run?
Just gel more together, make sure we dominate the boards, and on offense, make sure we share the ball, and just trust each other.
Jalen Green, sophomore coach, your leading scorer at 13, 30 points, season high versus Scott County. How would you define her year?
It's been up and down for her. She's had to take a more of a leadership role on the court. Last year she had a senior to lean on, and this year it's been more of her show, but she's adjusting well. I'm proud of her. You have any reins with her? You kind of let her do her thing, or you kind of harness her a bit? It's, again, that trust. I've been able to trust her on the court, and she's been able to trust me as coach. So she pretty much does what we ask, so there's no issues with that. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Serena Sandusky, head coach of the Bryan Station Defenders. We'll take a quick break. Be right back on Glycod.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Chris Labar, Don Mueller, along with our camera operator, Rosie Gary, back live inside Frederick Douglass High School. Don, hearing Coach Sandusky talk about trust, and so important, you've got to trust your point guard.
As a coach, everything starts out front. It starts with your point guard. Your point guard is the general on the floor. Your point guard is the coach on the floor. You know, the responsibilities of distributing the basketball, making sure the offense is running the way it's supposed to run, doing the things, it's all right there in the point guard. And trust, you got to trust her because she's your coach on the floor.
Jalen Green, only a sophomore, lot riding on her shoulders, averaging 13 points per game. We told you about the 30-point explosion. But then you've got Albertine Cazuzo, that also almost a double-figure contributor, and a sophomore as well. So a very, very young unit.
Young team. I was looking at their roster again. I think there's only one senior on the roster, I think. I saw earlier. But, they're a young team. They're going to be back, next year. And I like what she had to say about, she is seeing development. That's the key. Where you are right now, here you are February. She's very confident that her team is a much better basketball team was back in October. And that's progress, especially with a young team. And keeping them, they got beat by 38 points last time with this team. Having that confidence to continue to work hard. And I know that in talking to Coach Moberly, he's expecting the same thing, from Bryan Station that, hey, they're going to come to play. My team better be ready and not be, thinking, okay, it's 38. We won by 38. And, all we got to do is show up. It's not going to happen.
Looking at the stats there, 43 per, giving up 45. So that's the indicator that most of their games have been tight. And then you look at the history of this program, it's been a long time in a very loaded 11th region that they've been to the Sweet 16. So certainly this program, not necessarily saying this is their year, but you get the sense that it is heading back in the right direction.
Well, I think we're talking Frederick Douglass.
No,
now?
we're talking Bryan Station.
I agree. Okay, I agree. I got a thought there with Frederick Douglass I'll bring up in a minute. But, yeah, I think you're right. They're heading back in the right direction. A lot of history. Some very good basketball teams come out of Bryan Station in the past, and players.
3 consecutive losses for the defenders leading in to that win last night. We will have the keys to the game presented by CSL Plasma. That on the other side of this pause on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7820. 7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
12 minutes ahead of tip between Bryan Station and Frederick Douglass. Now for the keys to this matchup presented by CSL Plasma. And Don, it seems like both teams need to put the prior matchup behind them.
I agree. I talked to Coach Moberly about that earlier, and the one thing as a coach you worry about is, when you win by 38, okay, the psychological impact it has on your basketball team when you're ready to play that team again. And both teams I'm talking about, all right? Like Frederick Douglass wins by 38. All right, is this going to be a game where your players are going to say, okay, all I got to do is show up, go through the motions, and we're going to win? That a coach, the job for him to do before the game tonight is to convince those players that they got to be ready no matter who they're playing. On Bryan Station's end of it, they've got, the coach has got to convince them that, hey, we're going to go out and compete. Yeah, they beat us for 38, but we're back and we're going to compete again and not be afraid of that challenge. And I think that's and with young people, that's one of the hardest things to do to coach.
Backboard advantage, key for Douglass, and Darrington averaging 10 points per. She's a handful down there.
That's scary. I'm telling you, they have the guard play for Frederick Douglass is just really, really good. You got Rhodes, who's averaging 19.3 as a sophomore. The Christian girls averaging 15. And then Darrington, I haven't seen her play, but watching her warm up, the young lady's got a lot of skill. And then, I was in my interview with Coach Rose earlier, they have a player, a Victoria Sledge. She has just been cleared. That's the word I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Just been cleared by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association that she can compete tonight. And he said she's a 5'10" junior, and he said she's a big, strong young lady down low. So it'd be interesting. He said she will play tonight.
Don will catch up with Coach DJ Moberly. Season 3, Frederick Douglass. That conversation when we come back on Glycod.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
This is Don Mueller, and I'm here with Coach Moberly, the head basketball coach for the Frederick Douglass Lady Varsity Basketball Team. Coach, welcome.
Welcome.
Nice win last night.
Yeah, it
over
was.
Madison Central, 50-33. Let me ask you, what did you like about what you did last night, and what did you think, guys, we still got something to work on?
Well, last night I did learn that we, being that we hadn't played since January 23rd, we was a little sluggish. I was kind of surprised how we came out with some energy the first quarter. And I feel like we kind of took the game away the first quarter. I felt like our defense kind of got some steals, got some turnovers. It ended up making some layups. But other than that, I think we need to work on more executing. I think we kind of got lazy at times yesterday. But I think that's coming from not playing since January 23rd too.
What you say execution? Now we talking both ends of the floor here, offense, defense.
I would say defense right now. We've been trying to work on some things defensively wise that I feel like they can, get us through in the long run. And because I always preach my team, defense wins ball games. I don't try to think that we're an offensive team. I try to praise them on defense. We have been getting better at that, and that's what our emphasis is on.
You did have a big win this season already, and kind of I don't want to say it's an up and down season, but you guys won some big games. You beat Madison Central back in January, which was at that time rated, I think, top 7 or the state. So where is your basketball team right now? How do you think?
I think we should be talked about with some of the heavy hitters that's usually around here in girls basketball now. We kind of the underdog. We played a tough schedule this year, a real tough schedule. Our record probably, when people look at our record like, man, they got 7, I think we got 6 or 7 losses, but it's been against some tough teams that we played against. So I'd rather play some tough teams, and I'm really not a coach worried about my wins and losses. I'm here to try to get my girls better. So I feel like you got to go out there and play those type of teams, play those type of competition. Especially if we have the same goal that they do, we try to get the rough too. So we need to see what it takes and how hard it takes to get there.
Guard play seems like you got pretty strong guards from what I can see on the stats here.
Correct.
This is Rhodes, 19.3 points a game.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about her game.
Rhodes, the sky's the limit with her and her potential, man. She's
only a sophomore.
She's only a sophomore. She hasn't even seen her full potential just yet. Rose has a D1 offer. I look for her to get some more coming up the next maybe this couple months or next summer. I feel like she should have a big summer this summer actually. Rose is a competitor, fierce.
Well, I'm looking forward to see her play tonight. I really am. Health-wise, how we doing?
Health-wise, we about, I say right now, we almost there. Ayana, she's still around about 80-85% right now. She's still not at 100 just yet.
Okay.
But I think she's moving in the right direction. I feel like tonight would be a start of one of our players that hasn't played the whole season actually. So she'll be a new addition to our team that just got cleared by KHSA. So she'll help us out a lot.
Tonight you play Bryan Station. All right. A month ago you beat them with 38 points. Psychologically, I know as a coach that every game. I'm never sure of any game. I don't care how much I beat the team by. You never know. But it's hard to convey that to the players sometimes.
Yes, it is.
Do you think you've got your players in that frame of mind that this is not you just show up and win the game? You think they're there tonight?
I think they are, man. I think they know that this is an important district game for us. Being that said, I think we'll handle our business tonight. We prepared for it tonight. I think our girls are ready, and I think we should come out and show the same energy we had hopefully last game. But as a coach, it's kind of tough when you're trying to repeat the same thing you did the first game. But we're hoping we'll get some of it.
And they're going to come. And
That's
they're going
right.
to try to
That's
play.
right.
They're going to try
That's
to beat
right.
you.
That's definitely
well,
right.
Coach,
Definitely
I just want you to wish you the best of luck tonight, the best
Appreciate
the
that.
rest of the season, and hopefully, we'll see you in the regional finals here, okay, and maybe hit the state.
Thank you, man. Thanks
All right,
for
Coach.
Thanks for having
you
me
so
man.
much.
Thanks.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Wednesday night high school basketball live on Glycod.com. Time now for the starting lineups for Bryan Station. A youthful 5. Green, the leading scorer at 13 points. You've got Kazuzo, also a sophomore, averaging 9. Gentry, 8 points, 9 boards. Murphy, the lone senior, along with actually Gomez, a senior as well. So 2 seniors and 3 underclassmen for Station and Douglas, highlighted by Rhodes and Christian in the backcourt. Collectively, 35 points between them. Baker, a sophomore. Darrington, 12 points, 10 boards. And Amaya Maxwell will start as well, a 5'11 sophomore. And Don, hearing Coach Moberly talk about his schedule, he mentioned the term heavy hitters, and they played just that.
Yes, they did. They played some really good basketball teams. I think that he's got 7 losses, and like he said, it's not, that's an indicative. They're better than that as far as a 7-loss team, but they play some tough schedule. But they got this new young lady, Victoria Sledge, coming in, and I tell you, he didn't say it, but I think he's really got himself a real good ball player coming in.
Well, that would certainly be a huge compliment to Ayanna Darrington, already a double-figure score and rebounder in the post. So this Bronco team perhaps adding some youth and experience at the right time.
Yeah, Darrington averaging 10 rebounds a game, and apparently she's been hurt because he said she's been out for a while. She just came back. And I haven't seen the young lady play, but I was watching her warm up, and she's definitely a talented young lady. She comes in, she's about 5'10".
Take a glance at the series station, winning 7 of 11 with Douglas, a big win last month. And the officials assigned by the 11th, Chris Devers, Jason Booth, and Terry Allen. And it's great to have you here on Glycod. We were here last night watching the Douglas boys and a hard-fought win over Sayre. And now it's the girls' turn. Pretty good crowd here for midweek girls game. Of course, big rivalry between these two programs. And both teams well represented. And the tap control, that's Christian. And Christian off the mark as Bryan Station collects the rebound. It's Gentry. That'll be Gomez handling things.
And, Coach Mobley talked about the defense of improving the efficiency of the defense, and they came out they're meeting to pick them up in midcourt. Pretty strong defense right now.
Jalen Green with a nice ball fake will offer up top as Makari Murphy in a very deliberate opening sequence for the defenders.
I talked about earlier, one of the keys is tempo, and this is controlling that basketball. Don't be in a hurry to shoot.
Well off the right. Kazuzo long, and the rebound secured by the Broncos as Rhodes shifts near wing to Baker, and Baker, the third piece of that backcourt puzzle that's been very sturdy for Douglas.
He opened up Bryan Station over 1-2-2 zone.
There's Darrington drawing a lot of attention, collecting the miss, and that's what she does so well as she retrieves another errant shot, and Baker will heave a three. And the rebound brought down again by Frederick Douglass on the offensive glass. That was one of your keys, backcourt retrievals by the Broncos. And that's going to be well off the iron, but Baker there, and Broncos will get a fourth crack at it.
We talked, Chris, about controlling the glass, and they got 5 offensive rebounds here on the second possession.
There's a three from Baker in the corner. Oh, my. And the long rebound trickled out to Baker. There's a corner three, and up and in, and Douglas on the board. It's Myra Christian with field goal, and Gomez called for the foul. As Christian on the campaign, 62% foul shooter. And the Broncos, they get 4 cracks at it, and finally they'll connect and score the game's first points. And a turnover in backcourt. That's Christian from Baker. Missed the bunny, and it's poked down in the corner. Maxwell had it, and it will be out of bounds to Bryan Station.
Little 2-2-1 press put on by Douglas, and a steal.
Rhodes swirls out a three and an over-the-top foul on Gomez, and just like that, she's picked up 2 quick ones. We're going to get our first sub. Alondra Gonzalez-Perez enters the fray, sophomore. A very slow start for both teams offensively. Rhodes swirls out a three, but Darrington puts it in. Her first field goal, and that will enable the Broncos to extend it as Green swirling into front court. Now Kazuzo bulldozes her way. It rims off. Nice move, though. Just wouldn't connect.
Good move down the lane.
And the Broncos looking for a big early lead. Rhodes steps into one. Darrington.
Again.
And a timeout. A Bryan Station timeout. We will pause for 30 on Glycod.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
There's a putback by Ayana Darrington after the miss, and the Broncos off to a 7-0 lead. So Station inbounding. And Green. By Kazuzo up top. There's a left corner three well off the mark. And Bryan Station able to reel it out as Green has it. Gonzalez-Perez in the lane. Now Kazuzo, not sure what she was trying to do, but it's found in the corner to Murphy. Back underneath, well executed set and a foul.
Nice pass down low.
Foul on Myra Christian as the bucket goes for Kaylin Gentry. And Station on the board as Gentry, nice arcing form. Free throw. Defenders needed that one after spotting the Broncos a quick 7 to start. Now Christian, the quarterback of this outfit, angling it to Rhodes, steps into a three.
There she goes. Well, Chris, she's shooting 37% from the three-point line, and it's her fourth three from that same spot, and she's made one. And, you know, that's a good shooter. Don't quit shooting.
There's Baker, pitches it in the corner. Rhodes for a three. That's off. Beg your pardon, that was Christian that misfired. And a rebound brought down by Kazuzo of Bryan Station. Gonzalez-Perez, sophomore, backing her way in. Kazuzo off the heel, and there's Rhodes on the backside as Douglas tries to extend this 7-point lead. Now Baker back to Rhodes. Three left corner, and it's good again.
I'll tell you, for a sophomore, you know, she's got a lot of confidence in herself. She keeps firing away and got good form and buried her second three in a row.
Rhodes with 6 as Kazuzo chisels her way in the lane and got the awkward effort to fall.
Nice drive, though. I tell you, she takes the ball to the hole. She's a strong girl, and she can put the ball in a basket.
Darrington, just too deep inside.
Yep. Good look. Pass, find the open person underneath, open, laid it in.
Darrington with a half dozen, and the lead swells to 10.
Douglas still putting on a semi-press.
Gonzalez-Perez. Finding Murphy. Gonzalez-Perez steps into a three. Good for her. A 15% three-point shooter on the year. It's 15-8 as the Broncos seek a quick answer, and Darrington held underneath.
You know, we talked before the game, Darrington definitely having a little impact on this game right now. They're controlling the boards, controlling the offensive glass.
Free throw
nice
rims
touch.
in. Only a junior. This young lady, one would expect to retrieve a lot of attention here.
She's 5'10", averaging over 10 rebounds a game. Very impressed with the young lady.
Yeah, 8 double-doubles on the year as well. As Bryan Station now trailing by 8. And boy, that stayed up there a while.
Got a nice touch, though.
And Bryan Station trying to attack this backcourt press. As Murphy weaving inside of it. It's deflected, and Darrington thought was going to go get it, but Bryan Station has it instead as Murphy. Gonzalez-Perez presses her luck again.
Did you earlier say she's a 15%
15%.
She just buries her second three.
Per the notes we were sent, she was. There's Darrington at the elbow. That's Sledge, Victory Sledge on for the first time and lost the handle.
Now Victory Sledge is the new addition to the Frederick Douglass basketball team, and she's who started her tonight.
I think that's Percy's niece. And it will be Bryan Station ball as Green.
I'll tell you, Bryan Station hanging in there, 16-11.
As Kazuzo into forecourt.
Looked like a little collision there, no call.
Here comes Darrington out of the pile with it. Nice skip underneath, right through Christian.
Hit her in the nose. We may have an injury on the floor.
And here comes Green for a three, and
Another
that's good.
one.
As Station hits another one. This one for Murphy. And Douglas going to call timeout.
I think Coach Mobley needs to regroup his basketball team right here. We did have an injury, I think.
Well, the bigger part is a no timeout.
Yeah, it was, I think, an injury timeout there.
So no timeout as we get another look at this Murphy three. And Bryan Station come all the way back.
We were down 15-5. We were 16-14.
Underneath, Darrington, no, and Sledge trying to tap it, does. Inching it over to McKaylee Bennett, and there's a three for Rhodes.
I'll tell you, she's got some nice range, too. That was about a 22-footer.
Rhodes with 3 threes in the quarter. And Wade now secures it for Station. And they may be wise to hang on to it for one.
Yeah.
There is Wade. Now Kazuzo angles one up that's well short. And that's going to conclude the first quarter. Douglas over Bryan Station by 5 on Glycod, and we'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back live inside Frederick Douglass High School, 5-point Broncos lead as we transition into quarter number 2. This Station outfit connecting on 3 late threes in the quarter.
That was an interesting first quarter, Chris. I mean, Douglas jumps out early. I think it was at 15-5. And then Bryan Station comes down and throws in 3 threes. And we got a ball game. Rhodes, by the way, the young lady, she's taken first 3 threes she missed. then she hit 3. And as a team, Douglas is 3 for 10.
That's 6 combined threes in that quarter. Alondra Gonzalez-Perez hit a pair for Station. Murphy contributed 1, and then Rhodes with all 3 triples for the Broncos. So Station possession as Wade will center it right wing. Kazuzo heaves 1. How about that?
I like it. Kazuzo is not afraid to shoot.
It's her first 3 of the year, now 1 of 5 on the year, and it's a 2-point Douglas lead. Station came to play tonight.
Yes, they did. I'm glad to see that.
There's Bennett finding Rhodes in the corner. Sledge tapped it, and there's Darrington on the backside. Baker to Darrington in.
Nice move. That was a semi-hook by Darrington.
Darrington now with 8. And Station a little more efficient against this press offense. Up off of Kazuzo.
The press has been there. It's a slow you down press. And that time they turned it up there around midcourt and forced the turnover.
So the Broncos trying to grow this 4-point lead. Baker with a launch
shot. Nice running shot by Baker.
Kate Baker, 5'4" sophomores. The lead swells to 6.
That's a tough shot to make too, Chris, when you're floating through the air like that, but you look like a natural.
Kazuzo finding Green. That's who they've got to get started. And Green bumped and fouled.
They're doing a good job. Douglas right now, every time she touches the ball, there are 2 people around her. And you can get frustrated. I think she's a little frustration showing right now.
Possession underneath for Bryan Station. Busy week for both these teams. Both will play on Friday. Inbound and off. And Gonzalez-Perez there retrieves it. That shot off the mark from Wade. As Baker out with it. So Station Friday at Dunbar and Douglas at Lafayette. And that shot off the mark and brought down by Sledge. And going to be a possession. Station. Yeah, sure was.
A little pressure on the ball. Green comes up with it.
Wow. Gonzalez-Perez.
Miss Gonzalez-Perez is on fire.
9 points.
Threes.
Season high for her. And Bennett. Darrington. Oh, and we've got a held ball. Gonzalez-Perez with the held ball.
Young lady is playing great right now, Chris.
Arrow in favor of Douglas. Or is it? Now it's going to be, we're shielded here, by the way, from it will be Douglas ball.
Yep, we're looking through about 7 cheerleaders, so every now and then we may not quite be able to pick up what's going on.
There's Rhodes finding Baker.
Baker's good ball handler, another good guard.
Brings some stability in the backcourt.
Go either way.
There's Darrington, nice pass.
Tell you what I like there, Baker did a great job. She faked right, came left with a dribble into the lane, gave a great pass to Darrington, and she missed it underneath.
So we got a foul on Station on Murphy. Be the 4th team Station foul. As Christian swirls out a 3 and Darrington in the thick. And the arrow headed to Station.
Was that a jump ball, Chris? I couldn't
It sure
see
was.
that cheerleader here.
Yeah, held ball, so Station up the mountain, trailing by 3.
Bad pass.
Jalen Green.
Got a little careless. She got by the defender and then just overlet her player down, or her teammate down the floor a little bit out of bounds. Good ball game, 23-20, I'm telling you.
Again, a 38-point outcome the last matchup back 3 weeks ago, January 10th. And these 2 teams, in theory, could meet again in 3 weeks within the district tournament, which will commence 3 weeks from last night in this building.
Kuzo came back in the game. She was out for a minute.
And Kazuzo 5 points in that quarter.
I think I'll tell you what, Bryan Station did a good job controlling his tempo.
Deep three from Rhodes. And the rebound's going to trickle all the way out to Green.
Chris, you said deep, and it had to be 23 feet. I think that's a
Gonzalez
little far.
Perez lost it.
I have to give her those 23.
Oh, and a double dribble.
Oh, yeah. But right now, what I see Douglas is not a lot of patience on the offense. You know, their strength is inside, and they're throwing up a lot of threes. I think that with Darrington's size inside and ability to score, you need to go more inside.
Here's a three on the inbound, and Station raining threes.
I think that was Miss Green, wasn't it?
Sure was. Jalen Green's first three.
Gets loose.
And we're dead even. As Christian lofting it for a corner three. That's off the heel. And a crafty take underneath by Christian to initiate contact.
Well, I guess Douglas has decided to settle and shoot the threes because they are shooting more threes than they're going inside. Got them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 threes and only 3 field goals inside the paint.
Myra Christian short on that one.
Kazuzo,
yeah, she's very active, is Kazuzo.
Yes, she is. Handling the middle of the press.
Nice
Great pass.
It sure was. And there's
great look. Oh.
A Station lead. And a 25-24 defender advantage.
The zone is definitely giving Douglas a lot of trouble. Yeah.
There's Baker. Too reliant out there, are they not? And that ball loose underneath. I believe Darrington was pinned away from the basket.
Coach Mobley's can't be happy with what he's seeing right now. You know, to beat the press, to beat the zone, you got to get inside. And there's very little effort to look inside, to go inside. And they're just settling, sitting the threes. They're not hitting them.
That's the 6th team foul.
I got 6 missed threes here this quarter. Here comes another one, maybe. No.
Driving in the lane, Baker, a crafty shot, just couldn't get the roll.
That's a good shot.
And Bryan Station perhaps playing their most efficient offense of the year in this spurt. As Wade finding Kazuzo at the elbow. Right by her. Darrington.
Oh.
Kazuzo with 9.
Kazuzo is tough. She took that ball right down Darrington, right in the lane, and just laid it in.
Now Baker angling in, left-hand heave. She's more a catch and shoot instead of a driver. As the Broncos will heave another one from up top, and there it is for Rhodes.
Rhodes finally breaks the ice.
Nia now with 12. And a very entertaining first half. And a Station timeout. 30-second timeout. We will step aside in a tie game at Frederick Douglass on Glycod.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make.
And we are back live as Bryan Station will inbound out of the timeout. Jalen Green. Kazuzo heaves one little bit short, chased in the corner by Gentry.
Kazuzo ended up with it.
Gonzalez-Perez feeling it. That one off the heel, however, and Maxwell chases down the loose ball. Nice catch underneath.
There's where they need to go.
And Darrington puts it in +1.
Good look inside. They could do that all night.
Darrington now unofficially with 10. And gets the roll. As Murphy trying to take it into forecourt.
A little more pressure on this press, but get a little blocking foul there.
The third team Frederick Douglass foul. Station team, no surprise. They've played well. They've had success at times this season in spurts. It's been consistently trying to put it together, been the question mark.
They had a good win last night at Western Hills, and a little confidence builder.
Sure was.
And I think they're playing with it.
As Murphy finds Kazuzo for a triple, and that's well long. Snatched by Rhodes on the back. And Rhodes weaving her way. Christian in attack mode. And that's going to be a play on and a basket for Maxwell. Maxwell with her first field goal, and just like that, Douglass with 5 in succession. A bump out of bounds.
The Frederick Douglass last 2 field goals have come inside the paint.
Is that what they need to do?
That's what they need to do. I mean, they're sitting out there. They've got 2, 4, 7 3 attempts in this quarter, and they've made 1. And now they've scored 4 baskets inside the paint in this quarter. So that's, at this time, they got such a presence inside, and she's very good. Darrington can.
That's a deep 3 from Green, perhaps a settle there as the rebound brought down by Douglass as we wind under a minute. Nice reversal. Rhodes is ready. And Kazuzo been all over the floor. Digs out the loose ball. Gonzalez-Perez, and we'll see what Bryan Station does here. Under 40.
Good
nice
move.
take by Green, everything but the basket.
Stuck it under the rim.
Here comes Rhodes circulating.
Was that a 2?
It sure was. Rhodes with a 2. She's got 14, her first field goal outside or inside of the arc. And a 7-0 flurry to close this quarter. And perhaps more. Rhodes trying to chase it down in the remnants. Steps into a 3. And Darrington overpowers Gonzalez-Perez and then is fouled. So Douglass in attack mode, post miss, and Darrington just too strong underneath. She'll have one more. We will update the ticker at the half. Not too many other games ongoing on Wednesday night. We will keep you posted on what is going on. And add one to the tally. So Douglas with 8 straight to close the half. Gonzalez Perez will misfire. And a big turn late. Broncos in a hard-fought half lead Bryan Station 35-27. More programming straight ahead on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back live at Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington. Broncos with 8 straight to close the first half, and they lead 35-27. Chris LeBar back at the scores table with Don Mueller, and perhaps we'll look back in this 2-minute sequence could be pivotal in this game.
Yes, I was just looking at it. It was 20. They had outscored Douglas at that 2-minute mark to go in the quarter. It was a 13-8 in the second quarter. Bryan Station had outscored them. And then they reeled off to tie. It was 27-27, and then 8 straight points here in these last 2 minutes. You mentioned threes. Now, unofficial stats here, okay? I've got 19 attempts by Frederick Douglass. I've got them hitting 1 for 9 in that quarter, okay? And then they were 3 for 10 in the first quarter, so I got them with 4.
And Nia Rhodes with all 4 of those. And
yeah, the interesting thing about that is that in the first quarter, all their shots were coming from the threes. And, I kind of indicated that I think I would go more inside. You got to get inside that zone. Some nights you're just not going to make your threes. And they were not hitting them. But then in the second quarter, 7 of the 9 field goals in the paint. And a lot of that was Darrington. She's just too strong, too big, and talented. The young lady's got a lot of skills. I really like her.
Looking at the unofficial rebounding margin, Douglas 2-to-1 ratio, not surprising.
Well, we talked. I think one of the keys, Douglas controls the glass, and they did. I think the second possession, they got like 6 rebounds before they made a basket. So that one, but I want to go back to the psychological effect of this basketball game. You know, these kids, and we talked about it, Bryan Station, in my opinion, came to play. I'm really proud of what Coach Sandusky has done with her basketball team. They control the tempo. The zone has slowed down the offense of Douglas. The press didn't bother them that much. I think I only recall 2 or 3 turnovers that were forced turnovers off that press, but I thought they did a very good job of handling that. But I think that Douglas, that psychological factor is that, hey, we're going to show up. We beat this team by 38. Okay, well, I'm sure Coach Moberly had some input and timeouts with that during, the first and second quarter. You got to come and play. These kids are here to play. They're here to beat you. And maybe they got the message here in the last 2 minutes to open this thing up to an 8-point lead, but I think Bryan Station deserves a pat on the back.
How about Alondra Gonzalez-Perez averages 1 point on the year. She's got 9 points at the turn.
Yeah, that's interesting. Her field goal percentage was, you mentioned it, 13%, on threes, and she had 3 in a row. Hey, more power to her. I think that's awesome. You see a young lady come out and have the confidence. That's the thing. And then you got to give credit to the coach, letting her shoot that shot when you're open. If you can shoot it, shoot it.
Gonzalez-Perez and Cazuzo each with 9. Green, Gentry, and Murphy with 3. And for Station to really come all the way back, they need more offensively from Jalen Green. Only 3 averages, 13.
Yeah, I think she hasn't touched the ball much. I think Douglas has done a good job of making sure she doesn't get her hands on the ball, denying the pass to her. But what I've seen is she's got to move more. She's been staying in the corner a lot. You want to get the basketball, you got to work to get it.
And Nia Rhodes leading all scorers with 14. Myra Christian, 5. Kate Baker, 2. Maya Maxwell with 2. And then Ayanna Darrington with 10. Coming up on Glycod.com, a busy stretch. We'll be at Sayre. Don and I will on Friday. Should be an interesting boys matchup. Bryan Station will take on the Sayre Spartans. And then next weekend, Cooper, a very strong girls team, will take on this Frederick Douglass bunch. And to Coach Moberly's point, he's trying to play as many tough ones as he can to ramp up for the postseason.
And, that's what coaches do. You're only going to get better by playing the better teams. And I think he's got a talented ball club. I think that I got him 4 for, let's see, how many threes did I say they had? 9. Oh, Moberly. I'm sorry. Rhodes.
Yeah, Nia Rhodes.
She's 4 for 11 from the threes. Shooting about 37%. She's not afraid, I'll tell you. And I don't care where she is on the floor. I've seen some threes come in there. It'd be 20 feet, 25, maybe not 25, 23.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got the range. She can make it. I was a shooter. You never see a shot you don't like, okay? And she does it. I mean, this young lady she fires, but she can do it. She's a good shooter.
Second half next on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service.
And back live at Frederick Douglass as we begin half two in an 8-point Broncos lead.
Chris, the thing I'm looking at is adjustments that Coach Moberly might make. I don't think I would change anything what Bryan Station's doing.
There's a three off the heel from Christian. And it will now belong to this Station offense. What are the adjustments they're going to make on offense?
Bryan Station, good question. I think you got to get Green in the ballgame. You know, and how do you do that? You got to get her in different positions on the floor. She's been hanging out in the corner. They're denying the ball, but again, she's got to work for the ball. That's
an angled in three, and Station having a lot of success. Makari Murphy makes one. Coach Sandusky talked about playing speedy, and perhaps that's the key to get Green more involved on offense, but the lead reduced to 5 for the Broncos as Baker finds Christian in the corner. Baker tries to respond and does.
Nice shot there.
Broncos answer a 3, and Kate Baker now with 5. And Darrington, a lot of length there to deflect it out. It will belong underneath to this Bryan Station offense. Coach Sandusky has to be very pleased with her team's effort thus far.
I agree 100%. She's just...
Murphy angles it in, and Kazuzo keeps it in play. And that's going to be off of Kazuzo. Will belong to the Broncos. An opportunity here to make this a double-figure game.
Still in that zone. Oh, almost nice. Almost had a steal there by the young lady.
That's Maxwell at the elbow.
I tell you, I like the way she's controlled the tempo of this game with that zone.
Deep three in again for Rhodes. Rhodes with 17.
Chris, when you said deep, that was deep. That was deep. That girl's got some range.
Now Green drawing attention.
Every time she gets the ball, she has 2 on her.
And the lead now at 11 as Douglas will inbound.
You know, the first 3 minutes, I was going to say, the first 3 minutes of this third quarter is critical for Bryan Station to stay in this game.
Darrington tangles up with Gentry. It will belong to Bryan Station.
They stretched it to 11 here, and this is really a good, big possession here. Bryan Station's got to score.
As Green will handle. Entry in the lane. Out.
Bad pass.
Back to the Broncos. So Douglas in the rare position with their girls program, starting to really get everybody's best shot. That's been the case with the football team from the outset, but now the girls trying to get all those accolades, and the boys basketball team having a marvelous year, as you well know.
Very good team.
Rhodes up top.
You got to stay up on her. You can't give her any room at all.
Baker pitches one up and in.
Maybe we won't give Baker any room. That's 3 threes or 3 for 3 and timeout.
Yeah, Bryan Station.
Good timeout.
Pausing for 30, and we'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The prescription pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Kate Baker connecting from three as it's woven around, and now a 14-point Douglas lead.
Third quarter here, Chris, in the 3-minute period we're looking at, they've been outscored 9-3. Got to come up with a basket. Still a soft press.
Cazuzzo short with that one. Back out to Murphy. Now Cazuzzo, foul line jumper. And did not get the roll. And a foul underneath. Will be whistled on the defenders. Foul on Kaylin Gentry as the Broncos in attack mode, leading by 14. Again, an 8-0 run in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Pivotal in stretching this lead out. Is Baker. Nice find to Maxwell. Didn't get the roll. And Darrington didn't either. And a foul underneath. Looks like it's going to be on the Broncos. What makes her such an outstanding rebounder?
Well, she's got a nose for the ball. You know, you've got to. Some players have that, some players don't. But and I'll tell you one thing: that coaches don't teach much. But
there's Gentry off with the left.
Gentry
keep
is
going.
flight of the ball. You know, I think that a lot of defenders and players, you know, on the flight of the ball, they don't watch it.
Darrington punches it in.
And by that is when the shooter shoots, you got to know where the ball is. You know, how many times you see underneath a basket a short or something and it goes right over somebody's back because they know where the ball is. So flight of the ball is critical.
Murphy. That shot is off. Follow in by Gentry and a Bronco foul. It's Kaylin Gentry with points 4 and 5.
Who took that first shot, Chris? I missed that one. Not cheerleader here.
Yeah, not the best angle here.
Who was that? Did you?
That's not sure, but Gentry with a bucket.
Okay, I'll give it to her.
And some discussion. Well,
it's got to, or she wouldn't be shooting.
I believe it was an and one, but the scoreboard here it doesn't indicate. I think it was an and one. I just think the scoreboard operator might be a little tardy putting the points up. We'll see here, but Gentry with the bucket and the free throw. So it was an and one. Our score is correct at home if you're watching. And Christian up for Douglas. Over now to Baker. Christian spinning in the lane. A deep three swirls out. And the rebound secured by Cazuzzo of Bryan Station. Cazuzzo, a strong drive and did not get the roll. And how about Darrington, the athletic play?
Great move. Got fouled. And Darrington's just a junior. She's something to watch next year, Chris.
Yeah, she does it at both ends. The rebound and the presence of mind and ability to bring it across.
And handle the basketball on the floor.
As the Broncos inch it in, and Maxwell taps it home.
Good inbounds play. Maxwell got lost. Bryan Station lost her.
Wade spinning and tried to pitch it behind her, and thankfully Murphy was there. Now Cazuzzo. Three nearly banked in. Tapped alive, and Baker teeing up Rhodes. And Darrington again with the corral. Baker in the lane.
Floater.
And here comes Murphy down the pike, angling it to Green. And Green still stuck on 3 points as her shot comes up dry. And we're going to have, I believe, a Douglas personal. First foul on Nia Rhodes, and the third team Douglas foul. Under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. And a rapidly moving game. Douglas JV winners in a hard-fought tilt ahead of this broadcast. Gonzalez Perez from the elbow. I think she was too close to the basket for her liking.
She likes those threes.
And Sledge
nice
with
defensive play.
Outlet it was. It's deflected out.
Can't see who that is. Number 1.
Myra Christian. Wade for Station.
Wade, nice defensive play. Knocked the ball out of bounds. And an easy layup for Douglas.
Gentry will trot back in, and Albertine Cazuzzo out. She might be Station's most athletic player.
Yeah.
As Rhodes has it in the corner, that's Christian. Splitting the double team, weaving her way, it's short. And the defenders trailing by 8 entering this quarter. Now have given 8 more to the Broncos as Green lofts it up and
got fouled.
Bumped.
I like her penetration there. She really drove well, strong to the basket, took the ball up, got knocked down. Going to the line, should be shooting 2.
Fourth team Bronco foul. It's the consistency quotient for Bryan Station that has hindered them, not only throughout the season, but in this game. They played brilliantly in spurts. But certainly rebounding has been a big issue for them in this game.
Yeah. Douglas has dominated the boards. They haven't had many second opportunities. And Douglas has done a great job on offensive rebounding.
Broncos will watch Shaquille Wade sub out for Bryan Station. And McKaylee Bennett will check in for the Broncos.
Got one to go down there.
So Green now with 4. And not sure the delay there, perhaps some perspiration or something on the floor. Or blood perhaps on
think that's
Gomez.
What it is.
So Gomez will trot off momentarily and be attended to.
Looks
that
like
means
she has a little blood on the leg.
Cazuzzo will check in for Station. And they're going to pick up at half court. Under 2 minutes in this third. Christian, a hard drive and an even harder foul from behind on Green.
Yeah. Did a good job, but she let her get around her, and she nailed her pretty good going to the layup.
Jalen Green with her second foul. And Christian, a very nice compliment to Rhodes in this loaded Douglas backcourt. Closing in on 1,600 varsity points.
I like Christian, what she does, she penetrates really well. She's strong to the basket. She's got to do a little better job and learn to finish those shots. But she does know how to get to the hole.
Fourth team Bronco foul.
Soft press.
And Green, the presence of mind to bring it up on that left side. Heaves it a little bit short.
Looks like she got fouled, but no call.
Well, she's got a nice handle.
She does.
Here's Cazuzzo. Gets her own. Still loose, and a whistle. You have to like the effort if you're a Defender fan.
Yep, they just can't get one to go down right now.
So the Defenders now One free throw away from the bonus. And 2 free throws for Gentry. Just a moment.
But now it must be something's out there on the floor. I don't know.
Something on that basketball. The official earned his paycheck.
They been outscored 14-6 in the third quarter.
Yeah, trailing by 8 at the half. Again, this game was tied with about 2 minutes left in the first half. And Gentry off on the free throw. Second one in. Gentry now with 6.
They got Sledge playing the post as Darrington's out.
And that's a strong move by Sledge.
A nice move down the lane. And then a good pass out.
There you see Myra Christian will pitch it in play transfer from East Jessamine. Had a great couple of years there, now concluding her high school career here. And a nice three for Christian.
You're right, Chris. You said earlier what a compliment for Rose at the other guard position. She's a hustler.
18-point lead.
Out there.
Now Green tries to respond, and
Green finally hits one.
Station within 15 is Jalen Green out with 7. We slide under a minute in this third. Christian, nice take.
Little hop step there, but that is not walking. Good. No call by the official. Some people would think it would be, but no, that's not a walk.
And that is a foul, however, on Christian. That should be the 7th team foul. So Green 4-1-1. 71% free throw shooter.
Nice form, good touch, good player.
16-point Frederick Douglass advantage. I think they expected a more stern challenge than they faced in the last matchup, and that has been received.
I think a lot of credit goes to Coach Sandusky for the job she's done with this, preparing Bryan Station for this game.
Well, and Coach Moberly for getting his team to respond.
Yep. When they had to, they finally, he's got obviously a more talented basketball team, and he did, I think he got their attention somewhere along the line, and they did respond.
And Christian will be fouled, hand check on Wade up top. 5th team foul.
Guard play is so critical. If you're going to be good, you're going to win, you're going to have good guard play. And Douglas has it.
Christian weaving baseline. That's McKaylee Bent that's well short on the jumper, but Sledge chasing down that loose ball, but out off that baseline. And under 12 left in this third. Pizzuzo across the timeline, being pestered by Bennett.
For a big girl, she handles the ball well.
And some contact there, and we'll play on, as they say. That'll take us to quarter 4. 15-point Bronco lead on Glycod.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Chris Labar, Don Mueller back live at Frederick Douglass High School. Broncos by 15 as we enter the fourth. And again, a reminder, we'll be on the air on Friday. Interesting boys matchup at Sayre. Spartans will host Bryan Station, and then we'll check in with these Frederick Douglass girls again on the 10th against an outstanding team from the 10th region in Cooper. What do you look for here in the 4th as both teams try to clean some pieces up?
Well, I think we got 8 minutes left in this ball game. We're down 15. I think that probably the first 3 or 4 minutes you're going to see a lot of pressure from Douglas to pretty well put this thing away, and then I think he'll start cleaning the bench a little bit. I don't see Coach Gandusky changing a thing other than what they're doing right now and just trying to get better and improve in this. And they've done a great job. They got outscored. That quarter is 19-3, but Chris, Douglas from 4 for 7 from the threes that quarter. So that's big.
That's a
and
3.
There goes another.
And Rhodes again, right on cue.
I do like it. She has really got an eye. That girl can shoot.
Yeah, Nia Rhodes having another fantastic night, right in the vicinity of a 19-point average and a turnover.
I think the pressure has been turned up. I think they're ready to put this game away in the first 3 minutes.
You look up, it's an 18-point game, and Station has shot that 3 so well, especially in the first half, but still Douglas on the verge of really putting some distance between these two.
That's the difference. They haven't been able to shoot the ball in the second half very well.
Rhodes will swing it back over. Now Bennett in the lane. Nice catch by Darrington.
Good job, Miss Darrington.
Lead to 20, game high margin. A little awkward runner is going to fall.
Wade, I think, looking through.
Sure was. Akia Wade, her first field goal, averages 6. Here's Sledge, a strong drive and travel.
That was good, strong move though. Down low.
Have a sub at the scores table. As Sledge will shuttle out. I think the player entering didn't check in, I don't believe.
Knows. Has she been in? I don't recall. She's been in the game tonight.
Yeah, first appearance.
Okay.
For Jaylee Knowles.
Wade taking it to the hole.
Yeah, 1-and-1. Or was that a foul? It will be.
Yep.
2-shot foul.
Yep.
8th team personal, but a 2-shot foul. A little bit short. This Station bunch only shoots some 57% as a team from the foul line. And that one will pop out, but a nice rebound. Kazuzo.
You got Kazuzo credit. She works hard.
Only a sophomore. Does she remind you of any top player over the last handful of years? Just so athletic.
You're right. And just a sophomore. I don't recall. I don't know. None brings none to my mind right now.
She's got some, I think, a high ceiling for certain.
Oh, yeah.
She's poked in backcourt as Rhodes, a fellow sophomore, will drive that shot short, but Darrington pokes it in.
You got to love it when your center runs the floor with you.
Darrington with 18 unofficially and the lead at 20. Just 6 minutes remaining. Green navigating in. Kazuzo banks it home.
I think it was a 2-pointer.
He's got 11.
Yeah, I think she's got some. We're going to hear more of Miss Kazuzo in the next couple of years.
Myra Christian will handle it up top. Darrington through contact, lost it on the way up, and then just digs it out. Yeah, Rhodes will cough it up. Gonzalez-Perez and Gomez back in for Station. Kate Baker will re-enter for Frederick Douglass.
We could use some more, Bryan State could use some more Perez's three-pointers right now, Chris.
They sure could.
She hit them in the first half.
Station with 4 first half. Rather, 5 first half threes. 4 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
That's Gomez being badgered up top, and Baker with it for Douglas. Outlet pass, nice catch, and Christian will convert.
Excellent pass, great catch, and score.
Christian with 10. As Gomez. Gonzalez Perez, nice find underneath. The left-hand shovel will not fall for Gentry, and will be out to the defenders. Corner 3, off. And a 6-team Bryan Station foul as Knowles will be knocked to the deck, 5'10", 8th grader.
I got Bryan Station 5 for 21 unofficial second half. Just haven't been able to get the ball in the hole.
Christian now spinning. There's a nice screen by Knowles. Baker coughed it up. Murphy swipes it. Darrington knocks that post entry, and Gonzalez Perez smothered in a held ball.
Good active hands by the Douglas defense that time. Last couple of trips, been able to deflect the passes. Good hands. Got to keep the hands moving.
Now Green veering right. Foul line jumper.
Nice shot. Little 15-footer.
Green with 10 for the game 7 in this half, as it will be out of bounds. Darrington up and in.
She has got a nice, soft hands down around the basket. If you notice that, Chris, very soft hands.
Lead back at 20. And she has been one of the differences in this game, and she'll deflect that out of bounds. Yeah, her nose for the ball, that was so well described earlier. Green, a strong drive, and another whistle.
I think the second half, Green has been more active and doing a better job penetrating.
We've had a lot of whistles in this fourth quarter, in the second half. Both teams in the bonus.
.71% free throw shooter. She's got a nice stroke.
Yeah, you got the feeling she would get some of her points tonight. Got off to a slow start with 3 in the first half, but now on the verge of reaching her 13-point average.
She's been attacking the basket better the second half. You know, first half she didn't do any of that. Second half she's really attacking the basket, going to the line, and that's her strength. She needs to keep doing it.
Second one on the way. And the rebound scooped up
Great
by
steal.
Maxwell. It was stolen away as Green lofts it up. And Christian leading the break.
What a shot was that.
And Myra Christian puts it in for another field goal.
Reverse layup. Good job.
Kazuzo on the march. And it will belong to Frederick Douglass. Reagan Gregonis is in for the Broncos. 5'5" freshman, averaging 3 points a game. She'll wear number 0.
Probably see some substitution coming here
Yeah,
shortly.
for both teams.
Yep, I would think. 21 down.
Baker being ridden up the floor, brings it across. Gregonis short on the 3. And Green outletting it. And back comes Christian. It's rebound and go, and Christian's shot is off. Knowles follows and puts it in. Knowles' first field goal and a 23-point lead. And a foul, and that should be the 10th team foul. We'll have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player at the conclusion of this game, one representative from each team. Got a couple of candidates that stand out for both of these programs. We'll leave the decision-making to Don at the commercial break.
No problem, Christopher.
No
I can
pressure.
handle that. No pressure.
No pressure. And that one misfiring by Cazuzo. These two programs, two schools so close to one another, and so much respect, I think, between both these great institutions. And rolls in.
Nice touch.
Baker, she's been key with 8 points in the game. Hit 2 big threes to start this half, which really propelled this Bronco lead. She's going to try to hit another one.
Almost. It's a little long.
There's Gregonis, and she'll shuffle.
You're right. Baker got him off to a good start in this half with hitting 2 threes, and then Knowles came back and hit a couple. But that's all they've had, and then they had that's about it in the second half.
Broncos will improve to 15-7. Station will fall to 8-14. That's Murphy driving and poked out. Poked out of there by Maxwell. That's going to tee up Wade for a 3, and she's well off to the right. Baker angling in. There's Gregonis. And the Broncos just trying to salt this one away late.
But Baker does a really good job of running this ball club. I'm very impressed with this young lady. She can use both hands, knows where her teammates are.
Great movement as they'll swing it around. And Maxwell has it held on the arrow. We'll stay with Douglas. And the Broncos call a quick timeout, 30-second timeout, and that may be to get some subs in. What is a 22-point advantage? Our great crew tonight, Rosie Gary on camera, Steve Bird, our executive producer, Don Mueller alongside. I'm Chris LeBar, and we appreciate you watching tonight on our YouTube live stream. There you see Coach Moberly, and Don, I think certainly he's in the running for a region Coach of the Year job this year.
I agree. I think so. And, you know, they're not finished yet. I mean, this, they're going to get better. You know, we're here in February, and they're going to be better.
Well, and Sled, her first game, certainly rusty, but she passes the look test.
Yeah, she did. That's good description. Look test. She knows what she's doing on the floor. She's strong. You know, she's never played with these kids, and she's going to contribute.
I think she can as we enter the home stretch. 1:20 left, but Darrington has just been so good. There's a reined-in 3 by Maxwell. Maxwell with 7.
Still pressing. Interesting.
25-point lead with a minute left. There's a 3 and a nice response. That's Murphy. She's hit 3 of those from out there tonight.
Yes.
Chloe Doe, I thought was going to check in for station, but we're going to Douglas timeout to bring in a sub. And he's going to sub in Carly Craig, a 5A junior, in for Frederick Douglass. And Maxwell will wind the clock to Bennett. Bennett through contact. All the way is Wade. Slides in the lane, and she'll strut to the line for a pair. Just under 30 seconds remaining. Broncos average 69 on the year. They're going to exceed that, and Station will also surpass their norm at 43. And it will belong to the Broncos. Gregonis perhaps to dribble out the clock. And the officials allow the final ticks to wind down. That's Wade, and she'll get a layup at the horn. Good for her.
Good job for Wade. Nice defense.
That will wrap things up. Douglas by 21 on Glycod. We'll be right back after this.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back live at Frederick Douglass High School. Broncos over the defenders 73-52. This game pretty tight the first half, but second half all Douglas.
Yes. The positive here for Bryan Station, they got beat by 38. They cut it in half to 19. Okay, and I'm not making the point I'm making is yes, they're making progress. They came. Coach Sandusky had a great game plan. I thought she controlled it with the zone in the first half. The tempo of the game with the zone. They made some threes. They made some shots. Their weak spot was their offense. They had trouble scoring. And the second half, that the threes weren't dropping, and Douglas is too strong inside for second and third opportunities for Bryan Station. So I think that was the ball game was the strength inside, and but Bryan Station, give them a pat on the back. I thought they did a great job. They didn't come in here. They weren't scared. They took the ball right to Douglas. And in Douglas' side of the game, I think that it took them a while to realize, hey, this team came to play, and we're in a ball game, and they proved that the second half.
Taking a look at, or at least a listen to some of those final individual numbers. Nia Rhodes unofficially had her with 19. Myra Christian unofficially with 11. Jalen Green with 11 for Station. And Albertine Cazuzo with 12. And again, those are unofficial. And our most outstanding players presented by Elite Building Products. Couple different directions we could have gone, but Cazuzo and Darrington awfully strong.
I agree. Darrington, you look at either Rhodes or Darrington in this, but I tell you, Baker, you talk about a point guard. We don't look at, she didn't get, not the leading scorer, but she ran the ball club. She did a great job. She sets Rhodes up for a lot of shots for their penetration disc. I thought she did a great job in that. But I think I think overall the game, Darrington, we talked about offensive rebounding, and she did the job on the offensive board, and she's got a great touch inside. I think what she had 20 tonight.
Yeah, she sure did.
She's a good player. So I go with Darrington here. I love Cazuzo. Just did a great job. She's a hard-nosed kid. She's a sophomore. She's not afraid. She took the ball to the hole. She never quit. She hit some shots, and she's going to get better. So those are my two likes.
Coming up on Friday, more high school basketball here on Glycod. Don and I will commence from Sayre. Spartans host Bryan Station at 7:30. We'll be on the air at 7, and then the 10th next weekend, Cooper and the Frederick Douglass girls. Partner, always a pleasure, and we will be there Friday at Sayre.
Thank you.
Thanks to Don Mueller, also Rosie Gary on camera, Steve Bird, our executive producer. Again, the final score, Douglas 73. Bryan Station 52. You've been watching high school basketball on Glycod.com. Good night.
You've been watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.